we're going to ham it up on this week's Crit Sandwich. Welcome to Crit Sandwich, the world's tastiest D&D podcast. Crit Sandwich is 4 friends playing 5th edition D&D with random settings and plots. We use adult language, have inconsistent character voices, and screw up the rules. If this is your first time listening, check out our first campaign and our second campaign. It's all right there for you to listen to. Want to breathe, man?
Are you gonna slow that down?
I was gonna time you.
Yeah.
I was like, I should get a stopwatch next time.
You can start any episode 0 or episode 1. Episode 1 is where the game actually starts. Episode 0, we make up what we're about to play. I'm your host, Casey Sears, very excited to get into some combat here in episode 4 of campaign 3. To my left is Matt Popich.
What up, dog?
Across the table from me, Chuck Ventus.
What up, dog?
To my right, Dungeon Master, take the reins, Robbie Ponder.
Thank you, Casey.
What up, dog?
What kind of question should I ask you guys? What do you got?
How excited on a little scale 1 to 10 are you to get into combat? 11.
Casey, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited were you? All those rolls we did last episode, how was that?
That's good.
It was good.
I like to roll my dice.
Yeah.
I've got nice dice. I've
You
got
like-
a nice dice box.
You like to play Dungeons and Dragons?
I do.
Nice.
What does Nick think about this situation that's going on? What's going on? How's he feeling?
He is afraid and confused. It's all dusty, but he doesn't actually know that he's about to get into combat because he can't probably see to the bottom of that obelisk.
And Matt, how does Shah feel? And I also need to know where he was standing at in the room when this happened.
So probably pretty similar. Doesn't know what's going on at all and is mostly kind of probably cowering in one of the corners because he doesn't know what's happening. So
Okay. Now, how do you think Shah would feel about this area, this 300 feet wide area? Well, it would be 600 feet wide, 300 feet to get to where this thing is at, and it's in the center of where all this wasteland happened. How does Shah feel about this forest actually turning into a wasteland like this?
probably wouldn't care one way or the other. He's a poison elemental, so yeah, it doesn't really have any effect on him whatsoever.
Chuck, how does Nathan feel? How scared is Nathan?
Very startled. I wasn't expecting a hand to come up and touch me. So
Not only a hand,
a scaly
but
hand.
a scaly hand.
A scaly
One
hand.
thumb,
What were you
2
pointing at me
fingers.
for? What was that? He touched me. A very hard, scaly hand. Yeah, I'm startled. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Weird looking nails in this thing.
Yeah, I'm freaked out. I'm
and you
thinking
looked up-
alien or some shit. I don't know what's going on.
You looked up to a oversized face of a snake.
Yeah.
This thing, it probably stands about 3 feet taller than you as well.
Yeah, that's much taller.
So let's roll initiative.
Should have done that can opening live, Chuck.
I know.
Always
Effed up.
forget.
I got a 19.
Not in the box. I rolled a 1. Plus 2 is 3.
Nick
Oh.
Nada got a 15.
I'm having some really bad rolls today. I think it has something to do with the weather. It's a very rainy day in Cincinnati. I'm about to get effed up. I'm
Hey,
dead.
you're the tank, so
I'm dead last.
Shah, you are, we'll say, the bottom right corner.
Mhm.
The room is filled with dust. I said before, you can only see 5 feet in front of you because your glasses have all this caked crap on top of them of this dust that's in there. Yes,
Right.
Chuck.
I want to make sure that I'm just not going to just sit there and not say anything. Like, if this thing touches me and I can see that it looks like a snake, I'm going to yell, there's a huge snake! Snake!
Game told us not to hurt the animals.
well, if it's a hand, it's probably not a snake.
It looks like a snake to me. I'm not an expert on
Chuck
animals.
said snake. He didn't say snake person or anything like that.
I heard, yeah.
Yeah, so
And he's got a hard, scaly hand.
we will say that Chuck says that. I mean, Nick says, and you understand. You understand him as saying a really big snake that has hands.
Nate says.
He said
Nathan
Nick
says.
Nate, yeah. I thought you said Nick would understand.
You guys did this. You did this.
No, you did this.
This
Chuck.
was your fault.
Gosh.
I will
They're
yell,
twins. And,
it's a huge snake, and it's got hands. I'm going to sound very terrified in my voice.
Okay, so my turn.
Your turn.
So what Shah would do is literally nothing. I would stay cowered in the corner, unfortunately, because I can't see anything. So that's my turn.
Yeah, is it dust flying all over the place, or does it settle?
It's in my goggles. So
Oh,
yeah, I'm literally going to do nothing. I'm not delaying my turn. I want to be clear. I'm literally doing nothing.
you wouldn't even try and clean your glasses off?
No, wouldn't matter. Nope, just going to huddle in the corner.
Uh-oh.
So you're like in a fetal position?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Nope, not taking a dodge action. Literally just going to try and hide in the corner.
It's the bad guy's turn.
I'm fucked.
Check this guy.
Feels my biceps.
He grabs your hand to move it away from the lever. And you see him have this dagger in his right hand as he moves you away with his left hand. He's not grappling you. I just want to let you know that he's not grappling you. And he thrusts forward with this dagger that is just illuminating. And Casey, you would see this dagger from, if you were looking down, you wouldn't see the dagger, you would see the light from this dagger. He is going to stab forward at you, Nathan. 16.
Yep, it hits. Dang.
This element from this dagger, you know now because you feel it throughout your entire body, is electricity. You are convulsing. You are feeling it up and down. You're cringing. Give me a constitution check. I want to see if you're stunned. And you take 21 points of damage.
21 damage? All right. Constitution saving throw?
Yes.
It's an 11.
You are fine.
This dice is going away.
So you see this dagger lose that charge, and it is no longer has a charge to it. You guys hear some more slithering around in two other areas of the room. You guys are fine to be able to hear. Nick would see two more of these glowing daggers behind him. Where the entrance was to the room, you would see one to the left and to the right. And the one to the right is heading toward Shah. And the one to the left is heading toward your brother and you in the center of the room.
I scream out in pain, like deathly pain, when I get stabbed by that dagger.
What do you do, Nick?
The guy that's at the bottom who just stabbed my brother, is he visible enough for me to attack him?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
he is visible. I think I said you can see 10 feet, and he would be less than 10 feet. You would be able to see him.
Because I'm still at the top of that obelisk holding on.
I think I said 12 feet, but you'll be able to see him pretty good because he's pretty tall.
Okay.
And a small outline of your brother.
All right. So I will quickly yell, "Watch out, Shah, they're coming for you. Get the lever, Nate, get the lever." And I am going to scorching ray all three rays at the guy that just stabbed Nate.
Are those roll to hits?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Got some decent rolls here. 23, 22, and 14.
They all hit?
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Let's smoke this fool.
28 damage.
So what does it look like when you do this to this guy? And you reduced his hit points below half with this. So describe the scene to me here when you cast this down.
I had one hand inside that lantern, producing flame for the projection. I turn and I spin and I pull out my flaming hand, and I just throw down just three beams of fire that arc out and then back towards the middle and explode all around this thing. I assume, catching him on fire, catching the ground on fire, catching part of the obelisk on fire as it all streaks down at him.
And this thing, he lets out a nice little as you hit him. Nathan, you're up. And I just want to say that this element from this dagger, you have a really big fear for. It took a big chunk out of your HP. if you ever see anything like this again, you would have a big fear for it. And it is a major threat.
Yeah, it hurt me pretty bad. So I'm gonna try and flip the lever back to try and get the sand to stop.
Okay, I'm gonna say. What does that cost a bonus action or an action? What do you think, Casey? Matt, what do you think?
It depends on how heavy it is and things like that. I mean,
and monks. And also remember, monks have opportunities to do things with a bonus action.
I was
like
planning
dodge
to use my action to push the lever back and use a key point to do
Fury
Step of the Wind to disengage.
Oh yeah, does he have to disengage to get to it?
He's still
right
there.
next to it.
Yeah, he's still right next to it.
I mean, that's what I want to do. Like I imagined it as an action. It seemed like it would. I guess it's a big lever, so.
You pull the lever, and you hear the same sound as you heard in the first two rooms. You hear these vents kick on, and the dust starts clearing out.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna get.
I'm gonna say it's gonna take like 6 seconds to clear out.
You might be better off dodging than running away, because this is not a very big room.
How big's the room?
It is a turn and a half wide, a turn and a half,
and you're right in the middle, so everyone's a turn away from you anyway.
Oh yeah. Then yeah, if I can't get away like a turn away, I have 40 feet. So I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, but even if you go to the edge of the room, you're only 25 feet away from the center.
That's true. I'm gonna do patient defense instead. I'm gonna use a key point to do that.
What's your defensive stance? What does that look like?
Oh, I just like stick my left foot forward and throw my fist down to my side and just clench them and just like get ready, stare him down and just like a ready position for when he swings at me. I'm definitely watching the dagger because I don't want that to happen again.
So the elemental charge on the dagger is gone. It is.
I realize the charge is gone, but I still don't like the dagger.
Okay.
So he's you're right. That gives you a dodge, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
patient defense. Action. I can spend 1 key point to take the dodge action as a bonus action on my turn. So that's what I'm gonna do.
So I'm going to change my mind about the vent. It is going to clear the room right now. I don't like it waiting 2 turns because then it's right back on the bad guy's turn, which would not be fair. So this dust clears. It clears the room completely, and all your guys' vision impairments are gone. Matt, your glasses, you can see enough to be able to tell that there is a snake man. No legs, but a snake tail from the waist down, slithering across the ground to the center of the room. He did not see you. He has his back turned towards you. He has a dagger in his right hand that is glowing with this electrical charge. It is flashing across his body as like if someone was around a campfire telling a Halloween story, shining a flashlight up at their face. This is what you're seeing from this dagger illuminating this massively tall, half snake, half man. On the other side of the room, you see another one that's heading toward the center. Both of these guys are heading toward the center of the room, and you also see one that Nathan is engaged with, and Nathan is in a kung fu stance.
Okay. So what are they? Can you describe them just a little bit more?
Are they clothed?
They are clothed. I would say raggedy clothes.
So they're snake from bottom down and man from bottom up?
Yeah, bottom up. They have like snake eyes, fangs, and claw-like hands. They are Yuan-Ti, if you know what those are.
Oh, shit. Well, Yuan-Ti, by their nature, I mean, they can be anything. It kind of depends. Like, they can be almost 100% human with, like, snake eyes. Or
Shah does not know that.
No, I know.
Matt Popich does.
Matt Popich knows it all. But I guess I'm trying to figure out if I can cast... I would think if I could cast Hold Person or not. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, is it a humanoid? Choose a humanoid is the wording on the spell.
It is a medium humanoid.
All right. So the one that is approaching that has a charged looking dagger, I would try to cast Hold Person.
But so you cast this one on the right side of the room that is closest towards you. And I just want you guys to know that this dust cleared out. This room looks completely different from the one that you've been in. This obelisk that's been into the center of the room is now cased in wood, has gold trim, very elaborate, very expensive looking. You see the walls. The walls are just encased in gold, very beautiful. And when light flickers upon it, the bottom of these walls, when the light flickers back and forth across, it looks like fire is flickering. The way the light kind of just shines off it. You see these images of of different types of snakes. You see like this massive cobra head. You see in the opposite side of the room of where you walked in, you now see like a jail cell doorway. So it goes, there's another room there, but it is locked with this barred door. So you cast Hold Person.
On the one that's approaching with the charge dagger. It's a wisdom save.
17 plus 1, 18.
Yeah, he passes. So that was my turn. Good luck, guys.
It's the bad guy's turn.
He passed?
Yeah, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Chuck, the one that's next to you that stabbed you first, he can tell that you're hurting. He's just going to suggest to you to lay down. Give me a charisma DC 12 save.
Oh, boy. I rolled a 1, critically failed. I start crying.
Yikes.
Okay. Oh, man. So these fights I've went on, just to let the audience know, and you guys know, these fights I went to Cobalt Fight Club. I know I have experienced players. So I made the encounter is a difficulty of hard, just to let you guys know. Let's start rolling good. Let's start getting things together.
We're just kids, man.
We're just kids.
We're just kids. So Chuck,
Where's our senior?
now if it casts the suggestion spell and you do that stance, do you have advantage? No.
Suggestion wouldn't help with that. Or dodge wouldn't help with that. Suggestion's a spell.
Okay.
So you have to do exactly what he says. A suggestion is one word or one sentence. I forget which one that is.
It has so many words into it, but to me, the suggestion has to make sense. And since Chuck's character is hurt, and this guy's telling him that he suggests to lay down, I would feel that Chuck would do anything it says, since Chuck just freaking took 21 damage from it.
I agree.
So any type you would do suggestion, it would have to make sense to me. It's the bad guy's turn. The one on the left side.
So wait, so you suggest a course of activity limited to a sentence or two and magically influence a creature. So what was the sentence or two?
The creature used, he just said
Chuck.
that he suggested for him to lay down.
Okay, so Chuck's prone.
Chuck is prone.
Okay, cool. Just trying to make sure I understand.
Lay down in fear of my life.
He is laying down in the fear of his life. I will still say that your stance still takes into effect, but if they try to swing at you, it would just be regular rolls instead of disadvantage or advantage.
So he's still technically not like rolling around and flopping on the floor, but he's still on the ground.
Because you rolling back and forth.
You kind of still just have to lie down, but you still would try to dodge this dagger that you have an incredible amount of fear for. So the one on the right side, Matt, after you cast that spell on you, it's going to come after you.
Cool.
It's going to swing at you and miss.
15 AC.
The one on the left side, Chuck, is going to come after you laying down on the ground.
Sure.
10.
That's a miss.
Swings at you, and somehow you're dodging as you're rolling across the ground. That's it. That's all three of them. Nick, you're up.
All right, so there's 2 on Chuck.
2 on Chuck as he's laying on the ground.
So I will wrap my legs around the top of the obelisk and reach my hands back and slap them. Hit my microphone stand.
Yeah.
Slap them together and cast Burning Hands on those 2 MFers. And actually, it'll go all over Chuck too, but since I'm an evocation wizard, he is not going to take any damage.
Nice. So these guys have to do a save, I assume?
Yeah, DC 13, and I'm going to use a level 1, I guess.
Constitution?
Dexterity.
A 12 and a 7.
Ooh, both get him. They're going to take 11 damage each.
Nathan, you're up. You're laying down on the ground, and you have one guy standing over top of you with a dagger in his hand. He's looking pretty beat up, and you have another guy standing over top of you that has this elemental charge on top of his dagger. The suggestion spell, it only lasts as long as when you do what the suggestion is. So when he suggested for you to lay down, it's done, and you can stand back up. You're free.
Okay. Well, I'm going to stand up with half my movement. So that's 20. And as I stand, I'm going to be like, no. And as I stand up, I'm going to do like a Ryu, like uppercut.
Yeah.
Try and punch the one that stabbed me stabbed me with the dagger the first time. Yeah, Yeah, just an unarmed strike. I'm just going to try and punch him in the face. Oh, crit. I rolled a 20. Ba-bam!
Let's see if
Verified.
it's a sandwich. Roll 2d20.
Yeah.
Nope.
So this thing had 1 HP left. No need to roll for damage. Describe your kill.
I just like, when I come up with my uppercut, it just like twists its head completely around in the opposite direction.
If you're doing
just
an
like-
uppercut, I think like it whips,
Or
it
like
would whip
whips it.
backwards.
Yeah, I guess it whips it back. So whips it back and just kind of like splits open the skin in the throat area a little bit from the force of the punch.
He falls down.
And as I land, I kind of have like a defensive stance, and I'll use another key point to do patient defense and dodge the other one that's near me.
The other one that's near you, you hear him say, "You'll pay for that." After Nathan Shaw's up, you have one right on top of you. You're face to face. You notice that it is actually bleeding some, and it is kind of like in a row of like teeth, like he's been bit by a crocodile.
Sweet.
Just to let you know that one is hurt.
Thank you. That's good. I will go ahead and give it some dissonant whispers. I'll whisper at it. Now you'll be the one that pays.
It rolled a 17 plus his modifier. I'm pretty sure it's good.
I'm gonna
The fir-
die.
So it's the bad guy's turn. The one next to you, Chuck. He sees your brother up
At an
above him.
advantage. He's kicking their ass up there. That's what he's doing.
He is
Yeah.
pretty pissed.
Yay.
I would say you're out of range for a melee weapon attack.
You ever seen a snake climb a tree? How it just like wraps itself around
Oh, that's
and like
creepy.
spirals up the tree.
But you are close
Gotcha.
enough for a poison spray.
Yikes.
Wisdom save. Make a wisdom save.
4.
You fail.
You're an experienced player. Don't worry.
Yeah.
It's not gonna hurt that bad.
18 damage minus 4 for experience. 14 damage.
Nick, this half man, half snake thing looks at your brother and sees that Chuck is ready on his defense. So he knows you're up there as you're casting things down upon his companion. He looks up at you and he takes his mouth and he takes a big breath, inhales, and he sprays you with some poisonous spray. You take 9 points of damage.
Oh, nothing.
Really?
Ouch.
I'd be knocked out if I was you for sure.
9 health.
Plus you're 21.
Oh, not me. Yeah.
It hit me.
For him, it
okay.
hit
Yeah,
him,
it
not
hit
me.
me.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
He aimed
yeah, my-
upward. He did not aim at Nathan.
So
Matt, the one next to you has his dagger out and he's going to thrust forward into your belly.
Yeah.
10.
No.
Nick, your turn.
You know, I got some spell slots here. How far are the two guys from one another? Because I'm thinking of either doing something in a line or in a cone.
Matt's character was in the corner of the room, correct?
Yes.
So 25 feet.
Oh, you're in a terrible spot.
I was hiding.
There's some Edward shit right here.
All right. So he hits me with that poison cloud and that poison spray, and I am going to slide down the side of the obelisk. And as I am hitting the ground, I am going to use Agonazer's Scorcher, which is a 38-foot. I'll slide down the side where the one is, and can I line it up 30 feet away? So I can hit two of them with one giant line of roaring flames?
Sure. So is this as well? You don't hit your companions?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, it's evocation. So it is a dexterity saving throw. 13 is the DC.
You hit the one next to you. You do not hit the one on Shah.
He'll still take half damage.
Okay.
11 damage.
So 11 and 6.
And then I'll land, do the fire thing, and then run around to the other side of the obelisk and hide.
Good call.
So I was kind of picturing as you could get this angle, you would have to be within 5 feet of the one.
Okay, then I will stay right there.
Okay. The only way
I
I,
just
I
didn't- I
picture
didn't-
like around the obelisk would you would still be within 5 feet of the UNT that is below you.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'll slide down right in front of him and blast him with a line of fire.
Okay, so I just want to say that the obelisk is in the center of the room, and if we imagine a north, south, east, and west pole, Nick is to the east of that, and your character is kind of like toward the northwestern above the obelisk, as the Yuan-Ti is toward the south, but still kind of in the center of the room.
I was just imagining the lever being further away from the obelisk.
Oh, okay. It was next to, on the floor of the obelisk.
That's fine.
Okay. So Nick just spent his turn. Chuck, what's going on? What's Nathan going to do?
A jumping punch, basically. I'm going to like parkour off of the obelisk and punch this snake man in the face. Like, so I'm going to try and get some elevation and just come down on him with my fist. That's what I want to do. 18.
Hit.
Get him.
I'm going to get him.
So 6 damage.
Yeah, so I'm going to jump up. I'm going to parkour off the wall, do a punch, like punch his face down, and then when I come back down to the ground, I'm going to do a left-handed punch to his gut as my bonus action. It's a 15 plus 4. It's going to be 19.
Hit.
Yeah. Get him.
D4. Another 4.
Yeah.
There's 6 damage, so 12 damage overall.
All right, as you punch it across its face, it has these 2 large fangs, and you see a fang go sideways, and then as you punch it in the gut, it kind of goes oof, and blood kind of splatters across the ground. Shah, you're up. You have a guy right in front of you that looks injured.
I'm done having him roll. I just want to roll something. So I'm gonna use psychic. What's it called? It's my College of Whispers skill. It's I can do basically add psychic damage to an attack, and it takes the place of my bardic inspiration. So I'm gonna swing at him with a dagger. That'll be 12.
Poor Shah.
I know. That's fine.
You are flimsing around as you're stabbing forward with this dagger, and to your surprise, you actually penetrate through its arm.
Oh my gosh.
Low AC, lots of hit points.
17 damage.
Describe your kill.
Yeah, like you said, it's kind of surprising when I actually I grab a dagger. I've been trying to cast spells, and then I'm like, screw it, and I grab a dagger from behind me. It's hidden, and I thrust out. He grabs his belly first, and then kind of poison seeps in from there, and he starts to grab his head, and then just kind of falls over.
Way to go, Shah!
There is one left. He is looking pretty beat up with one of his fangs sideways and spitting blood across the ground. In his desperation, he swings toward what he believes is the weakest link. He swings toward Nick as a stabbing, thrusting motion toward Nick's center chest.
Y'all, my AC is 12, y'all.
Don't you have shield?
No.
Oh.
13.
Yep, that'll do it.
This electric charge starts pulsing through your body.
That's an issue.
And as you feel it, you start convulsing. What did you eat for lunch? What was it?
Pizza and ice cream.
You barf it out.
On your death.
Yeah. I also lose control of my bowels. Eyes roll to the back of my head.
All that fun stuff.
20.
Yeah. I got 2 hit points left.
Wow.
He's still alive.
Actually, I have pretty good constitution for a wizard.
Yeah.
Did you already roll your constitution saving throw?
Oh, wait. Yeah, you have to roll one of those.
Oh, yeah. For the stun.
I had to do that.
Stun gun.
20. 23.
20.
Wow.
Right.
You don't barf. You know what? With a 20, you don't barf.
Yeah.
Very, very nice.
Pizza and ice cream stays right in there.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Fortified.
This bad guy, as he thrusts that dagger forward and he pulls his hand back, the dagger almost stays there in you because he's just feeling so weak. But then he gains enough strength to grab a hold of the dagger and be able to pull it out of you still. Nick, you're up.
Well, this thing attacked my brother. I'm
up. He said Nick's up.
Damn it, dude. Why did we do that? I don't know.
Right, I'm up. Am I up?
Nick is up.
I keep wanting to think my name's Nick.
Casey, man, you just
All right.
took 20 points of damage.
All right. I am going to, as he's up in my face and as he stabbed me, I'm just going to reach into his big snake face and burning hands. Give me a dex saving throw.
7.
Hey. That's going to be 3d6.
Light them up.
So good.
12 damage.
That is exactly his HP. Describe your
Yes.
kill.
So he stabs me, and he's laughing, and he's hissing at me, and I just reach my arms back and put them right into his face, and fire just engulfs his head, and he stumbles backwards.
He
and
stumbles
falls
backwards,
to the ground.
You're shaking his head. Smoldering smoke is coming off his body, and especially out of his mouth, and he definitely falls backwards. You guys are
I fall
out of combat.
I fall onto the ground, onto my face.
Da, 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 da.
So I'm just describe the room back to you guys. You can describe how your characters are. So the room has the obelisk in the center, the cog. The light is no longer lit. Now you see the room completely different as you saw it before. The walls are gold with the gold fire flickering at the bottom. You now see a caged doorway, a barred doorway, as if there's a jail cell. You see that as it goes, I say, a far enough distance away that whatever mage hand is, you can't do mage hand, and you see a small, you see a small little table, and it has a bag on it. It has some letters on the bag. Since it's so far away, I think you would have to do a perception check to be able to see what the letters are. And now, if you guys want to describe your characters, how they feel after this combat, that'd be awesome.
I'm just leaning against the obelisk. I was shirtless, actually, during this fight. And, yeah, I don't know, just looking down at the gaping wound on me, just being just kind of freaked out.
Shah has super low HP. Like, I rolled poorly for my HP, so he's probably sitting there thanking the professor for his upgraded armor because he was able to dodge. So he didn't take any damage, but he was definitely quite afraid of this whole situation.
Is the room open to where Kim was, or is that all locked off now?
It's all locked off now.
Yeah, I'm hurting a little bit, but my immediate concern is for my brother because I can see that he is in worse shape than I am. So I would be checking up on him.
We're both in bad shape here.
Yeah, we're both in bad shape.
Yeah,
both
I think we
Donatas.
should take some time to heal our wounds and do a short rest. I'm going to suggest that.
Yeah, short rest
Something.
and then investigate the room, I guess.
And
So I'm going to say for the short rest, I'm not sure what the rules are, but for each D dice you'd use, I would say that would be an hour. Would that be
think that's
fair?
what it
Or
is.
What is the
that is not
what does
the
book
rules.
say?
The rules are you can use during a short rest. You can use as many of your hit dice as you want. However, for us, we only have 3, and it's equal to your HP. So they definitely.
How long does the short rest take? That's what I want to know. How long are you guys resting for? What does the book say? Is it
Okay,
4?
it says at least 1 hour.
At least 1 hour.
Yeah,
Okay.
short rest is 1 hour in the book.
Okay, 1 hour.
Yeah, so we'll take an hour to kind of graze over the room, wrap up our wounds, roll 3D, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to need to use all of mine.
Well, I can do Song of Rest. So I do have a little flute that I play for you guys.
What's that do?
For each hit die spent, so a character can spend 1 or more hit die at the end of a short rest up to the character's maximum number of hit die, which is it's equal to your level, so 3, which is equal to the character's level. For each hit die spent in this way, the player rolls that die and adds the character's Constitution modifier.
Nice.
Yes, so you can each roll 3d, whatever your HP die is, and then add your con to it. The character regains that many hit points.
Each die or just 3 to the total?
So you can choose to add another each time. So you can roll as many as you want, up to 3 die.
So I rolled 14 plus 9, which gives me 23.
You guys can just do it on your own and bring your HP up. I want to explain the scene for you. So the room that you're in, again, it is gold lace, and as you're spending more time in here, you're realizing that the goldness at the top levels of the room is starting to disappear. There are those 3 Yuan-Ti corpses on the ground. The entranceway that you came into is still up. It is locked. You see on the opposite side of that room, on the opposite side, well, the obelisk is in the center, so the entranceway you walked in on the opposite side of that, toward the obelisk, is that barred door that you see, and down that hallway is a table with a bag on it.
All right, Robbie. Obelisk.
Obelisk.
There it is.
Obelisk.
I'm just not going to say it anymore. There's a tower, small tower.
There you go.
This
Good call.
gives up. Do we
All right.
get over our max HP with this?
No.
Or no. Okay.
So on this barred door, there is also a lock. Now, if you would slide this little thing down, you can tell that there is enough room for 3 characters. And as you slide this thing down, it has the numbers across and all the letters of the alphabet.
What do you mean enough room for 3 characters? I don't understand what that means.
The lock takes 3 characters to order to unlock.
Oh, like letters? Like 3
Letters, numbers.
letters and numbers. Okay.
And this is to get
Nice.
into the room with the desk with the letters?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So
No, not the letters. Sorry.
Oh, where are
You-
the letters? I want to see this.
It's not, the letters are, when you slide the lock down, it has numbers and letters on it. So the combination can be either in a 3 letters or 3 numbers.
I took that to mean like there are like pieces of paper with, just a different word letter. That's all.
Oh,
Pieces of
yeah.
paper with
Yeah.
writing.
Yeah, not letters as in letters of the alphabet.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
yeah, I was also thinking like
Yeah.
Okay.
envelopes.
Yeah. Yes.
The stamp.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
But down that hallway is just that table with the bag on it, with has letters on it that would need a perception check to see the letters on the bag.
I'll do a perception check. I found my die for this campaign, fellas.
So will I. I won't bother.
We're at 18 plus 5, 23.
Yeah, don't bother.
Don't bother. I got it. Wait. I can see letters over there.
It is 4 letters
4 letters
across the bag.
across the bag.
PTSD.
Post-traumatic stress syndrome.
Post-traumatic stress.
The bad guy has PTSD.
Guy has PTSD. PTSD. I don't get it.
Casey, what kind of things pop up for Nick when he hears PTSD with the relationship with your father?
That would definitely be something he would probably have, and also the reason they said that why he shot up that news studio. They say that's why he went on that rampage. It might have been some sort of Vietnam flashback.
Do you share that with the group, or I don't know?
Sure. Yeah, you would know this too.
Oh yeah, that's right. So the letters are on the bag. The bag looks like there's something in it.
It's a small pouch, say like an alchemy pouch, leather, and on the outside of it is sewn in with say, it probably was white, but now it looks yellow, and the letters are PTSD. Just yellow because of age. It's aged.
Okay, yeah.
Let's try to put Nom on the lock and open it.
3 characters? Nom. Yeah. Nom.
I assume that does not work.
Does not work.
Describe the letters and numbers again. Were they in any certain order?
It's just 1 through 9, 0 at the very top, and then it's just A, B, C.
Was it all
the way
set
to
to
Z.
was it set to straight zeros?
We'll say it's electric pad. It's electrical, and so it was blank at first, but once you start tapping in the numbers, then they pop up.
Okay.
Can I do an investigation as we're spinning these dials around to see like which ones might be in better shape than the others, I guess? Does that make sense? Where if it's like
You don't notice any difference.
Okay.
No dust collection, no dust removal. Nothing looks worn out. Everything looks the same. Like this lock has never been used.
And I assume it's not a kind of lock you can pick?
It has no holes to be able to be picked.
how far away is this thing?
Whatever the range of mage hand is, we'll say 10 more feet.
I feel like Mage Hand's like 30 feet.
I don't know what
guess.
spells
pretty
you guys
far.
have slotted, but this thing is pretty far.
I don't
So-
have mage hand.
I don't have Mage
Neither
Hand.
do I.
All right, we'll say the table's closer then.
I mean, I have some that's 30 feet, but let me see here. And it's just in a little hallway, kind of. Is that correct? Can you
Right.
describe the surrounding around the table?
Chuck, give me a perception check. Everyone give me a perception check.
20.
15.
18.
One of these dead corpses that are around you, since they're starting to die, you hear it kind of fart. I guess that's what dead corpses do. It just
Is it fresh?
Yeah, I guess let's search these guys again.
Search these guys.
I have a feeling.
Wait, yeah, actually, did one of them have... One of them didn't use their electric dagger, right? Someone
Yeah,
should probably
that's true.
take that.
Yeah.
Not me. Someone should.
Add a dagger that does a D4 and then a D12.
Is a dagger a simple
damage
weapon?
for lightning and
Yeah, it is.
I'll take the dagger and put it in my waistband for my fanny
Does it count
pack.
as a monk weapon? Daggers? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
It's a simple weapon, right?
So you loot these corpses, and this is what you find on them. I apologize for the bag noise.
Oh, we got
Money?
props. We got props.
Actual money.
Wow.
I owe them money, so your money's in there.
I noticed mine doesn't have any money.
There's 10 cents in there.
Why is there lint in there?
This pocket lint, man. I got that out of my dryer for you.
Oh, I found an 8. But it's also colored weirdly with, it looks like an S.
Oh, mine is also an 8, and it also is colored. I would say maybe a 2, like that's the second digit.
Okay. I like it.
It's like a digital clock symbol.
Hey, do you guys have
Also-
a portion of a map potentially?
Mine's an 8 as well, but it's a
Oh.
7.
On the back of my piece of paper, it actually has 1. It has 1 and
Quality 1.
So I have
One,
that
one,
too.
one.
My work notepad that
It's
says
a digital
quality
pad.
first.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Quality
My number's
first, don't
actually
worry
a
about it.
7. Matt's yours is a 5. And what's yours, Casey?
No, yours is upside down. It's a
No, it's
Is there one?
right. It would have to be that way.
2. Okay,
It's like
I
a
see what you're
digital
saying.
clock. You
Oh,
know,
wait,
you still kind of
so-
see it.
Mine has 2. Okay, sorry.
2 blue
let's go around
balls.
let's go around the circle. I'll go first. Mine has sugar cookie chapstick, which I assume snakes need.
Let's
It has-
let's empty our bags first before we don't pick it up on the mic and then describe what's in there. Can we empty our bags?
That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay,
I'm not taking the lint out.
Thank you for paying me for D&D Beyond. I appreciate it.
no problem.
All right, so the Yuan T, the snake person that I looted, has 2 blue balls. Seriously, there's 2 blue foam balls.
Yep.
A stick of sugar cookie chapstick, 2 starbursts, and there's a note, and it looks like a digital clock face, and it looks like a blue 2, but then the other 2 segments look green, so it's perhaps a 2.
So mine had 2 jawbreakers. They're sweet and sour. Also 2 balls, 2 blue balls. A piece of what looks like a picture. At the bottom left, it says all sets include character cards. And then a 8, also that looks like a digital 8, but the top left, middle, bottom right, and bottom are all colored a different color, which makes it look like either a 5 or an S.
Can you say the colors too?
Yeah,
on your
mine
cards?
are red. The parts that are red are a 5 or an S, and then the non-colored parts are like orangish.
Wait, did you have balls?
I have 2 blue balls.
Okay.
Is it my turn yet?
Casey, what were your colors? Did you say your colors? I don't
Oh yeah, I
remember.
had blue balls and a blue 2.
Blue 2.
Chuck, where you got your bag of loot from it is a female. Just to let you know that there are no blue balls in that bag.
There's
I
also
looted-
lint.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pocket lint. I didn't put it in all of you guys. There's a bit of shit.
Shock, is
in
yours?
all of it.
Is your color yellow?
Yellow? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my color?
Yeah. On your 8.
It is yellow.
Okay, so I believe these are the colors of the elements. So what's his face said red went
Water,
first.
fire, and lightning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he
Fire,
said fire and then water and then lightning.
Very smart.
So
okay.
I think I'm going first.
Okay. So anyways,
Suck on that, Robbie.
I'll say
Suck on it.
I'll say what's in my bag before we solve this puzzle. I have 2 Tootsie Rolls, a trolley, sour gummy crunchers. I don't know I've never had it before. 10 silver. That's a dime.
Nice.
2 screws that can fix Matt's rolling box, possibly.
They look too big. I already thought about that.
I have the number 7 on a digital clock.
You keep holding it upside down.
What other number is
There
this
you-
going to be?
There you go. 7.
Yeah.
Okay, 7. I mean, there's 7s with the slash through it, but it's the number 7.
Backwards
Yeah, the way you hold it. So
that way.
the number 7. And then I have a picture of some weird creature that says Zinni on it.
So you
I've
guys got the
absolutely no
digit stuff,
idea.
and the other stuff is just trash that I collected around my house.
And then
figured.
I also had a where was it? It looks like some masking tape or scotch tape, like kind of balled up, and there's some of the lint hair attached to it.
Some of this might have been pulled from the top of my trash can.
Snakes love candy, it turns out.
This is true.
Surprisingly enough, I still have Halloween candy in my house because
Wait,
We're
how old
almost
is
there.
the Starburst?
It's almost been one full year.
How old is the Starburst?
Yeah, but the thing is like my kids, the time for them to eat candy, they don't have. They after they get home, they go to bed like in 2 hours, and I don't want them hopped up on sugar, so I don't usually give them too much candy.
Yeah.
All right, so we put in the code. Matt, you are...
So back
we
to
do
the 5.
And then was lightning second?
No, it was blue.
Okay.
Fire, then cold, then
Fire, water, and lightning.
5, 2, 7. We put it into the lock.
You hear as a lock unlocks. I was kind of thinking, Casey, you would use knock.
I don't have that. Everything I have is like fire damage stuff. I'm useless besides burning things.
I'll walk up and look in the bag.
Yeah, let's check out this space.
PTSD bag.
You walk up, and it's the bag that says PTSD on it, and then in smaller letters, you see it say pure true sight dust.
Oh, it's a good spell.
Chuck, you said you picked it up? Give me a D4 roll. This is how many uses this bag will have.
3.
Very good. You guys get that bag and you come back to that center room. There's no other place for you to go. And the dust that filled the room, you would know now, is the dust that filled the room is the same dust that was in the bag. You look into the bag and you see, I want to say, like small pieces of glitter. Some of them are clear, different colors of the rainbow, different shapes. And as you could tell too, like on the wall where this true sight dust sits, these pieces just happen to fit in perfectly and project a different image. And I just want to say too that in this room, there are no more doors except for the one that you get, the gated door toward where the true sight dust was sitting. And the other one is closed. But you do see, Chuck, the other symbol that we keep seeing that keeps popping up everywhere around the school and in this, we'll say it's a dungeon, it's fine. This 3-room dungeon, you see it in different places into the dungeon. And you see it now projected onto the exit of where you guys first enter the room. That is on that, we'll say that pillar that keeps coming up and down and opening.
Obelisk.
No, not the obelisk. Not the tower in the middle.
What is pure suit? What does this do? Like, does this just like give me true sight all the time?
So is this why? So if this dust in the room was why we were seeing the room for what it really was, which was very beautiful.
Yeah.
That's kind of
Is that what I'm understanding?
Because we were exposed to it, I guess.
Yeah.
You would understand that the true sight dust that filled the room, that has settled everywhere in the room, it did change the room into what it truly is.
Can I pick some of that up then?
It is all gone after you turn the air vent off. All what you have now is 3 uses in a bag.
Let's turn it back on. How did we turn it on? I forget.
Let's get some more infinite supply.
Yeah.
You feel that the DM did not.
So the symbol that I saw on the wall, it still looks the same?
Yep.
It's not different?
That one?
Is this what you're talking about?
You see that the imagery of what the true sight dust did is actually starting to fade, and that is exposed because it's up on the top portion of the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say that the true sight, the goal that you're seeing, is 2 feet above and starting to fade. So the stuff does have a time limit of when it can be.
I wonder if that's a message. So there's no more. You said there's stuff falling down the wall a little bit.
It looks like it's fading. The dust is
Dust
gone.
is fading.
You can't get any more dust.
You think we
Stop
need
trying.
to use this true sight dust to see what that symbol is?
Well, we know what it is. What the symbol looks like.
Yeah.
We know what it looks like, but does it say something different? Because he said it was below it.
So we experienced the whole room because that
In
dust was in
true
the
sight,
air. So
yeah.
we saw what it was supposed to look like already,
Did we? Okay.
if I'm correct.
I thought we couldn't see in the room because there was so much dust.
There was dust, and you did see the room as a gold and like wood and a lot of a snake decoration, cobra's heads on the walls and everything like that. And I don't think that you guys would remember this exact area of what it looked like when the room was exposed.
So I'm thinking we need to use the true sight dust to see what this symbol actually is, or see if it gives like a message or something like that. You know what I mean?
Can I roll? I just want to know if I know anything about snake people at all.
I don't think you would. I'm sorry. I mean, you can get to the school and go to the library and look at them up. I think that would be your best option.
Okay.
And as we're talking about the school, I want you guys to know that, you know how in Oblivion you get a level and you have to go to bed and be able to get your level. Your guys is the way you're going to get your level is you're going to go to the school and you're going to learn what you get on your level at the school. So we're going to go over that when you go to the school and you start studying. And so just think about what you want to do when you go to the school of how you're going to get your level.
In Opportunity Square.
And everywhere in the school. Use the whole school as your building block for your character to learn things.
We go back to the school.
You are still stuck in this room without an exit.
Yeah, so there's no exit. Or the exit we came through. And we can't, can we turn the... So
yeah, if I go to the lever, does it just
the door shut when we the door shut when we illuminated the fire symbol. So let's unilluminate that fire symbol.
There you go.
So the fire symbol is no longer lit because the wind blew it out.
Oh.
So you would actually, if you try it again and go through the process, the door does not open.
I think we got to use this true sight dust because that's the only thing that I
Before
can think of.
I know
before we use it. Yeah.
Yeah, we only have 3 charges. So I want to just do an investigation check to see if I can find anything else before we do that. Does that sound good, Robbie?
I'll assist him. Does that mean he gets advantage?
Roll regular because I was going to give you disadvantage to roll regular.
19.
Oh.
I'm sorry, 18.
Oh.
You feel the cracks along where the door is at, and you would be under the impression that you can somehow get these open.
Okay. All right, so the door is still here. There are cracks here.
I would say you feel very small amount of wind coming through it.
Let's try using that lever again, maybe? Turning that lever on to blow the wind or something?
Sure. I'll go to the lever and I'll...
The door does not open.
Anybody got any spells?
Nothing helpful.
Open a door, yeah. Not to open a door.
All right, if you want to use that true sight dust,
How does the true sight dust work? I just like sprinkle it over my eyes?
Snort it?
No.
I snort it?
So
it's the 80s after all.
Yeah.
You use it filled the room and it sprinkled all across the room. You would understand that you would have to sprinkle it on something.
I'll take some of that true sight dust because the only thing I can think of is this weird symbol on the wall that I keep seeing. I have no idea what it says. I'm going to take a handful of it, so 1 charge. I'm going to throw it on the symbol on the wall.
Oh, he gave us a second clear piece of plastic with a symbol. Oh, if you overlap the 2 symbols, it says door. So he took 2 clear pieces of plastic with different marks on them, and now they say door.
It's true, they do. Let's take a picture.
Not only does it say door, you also see a place where there's a hand indentation, and it has the same symbol that you've seen before, but a lot smaller in the center of the palm of the hand.
Put our hand there.
I'll put my hand on it.
Chuck, you put your hand there, it doesn't do anything.
My hand's too big? Yeah, of course.
I put mine there.
Does not do anything.
I light it up on fire.
You light it up, there's fire hits the wall, don't do anything.
Is it like a 3-fingered hand?
It is a 5-finger hand.
I'll take one of the snake's hands and like...
Casey, you put your hand on the door and it opens.
Wait. Wait, it opens for his hand?
You two put your hands on it, and then Casey casts a freaking spell on it. Just put your hand on it, and then open the door.
hand on it.
You put your hand on it.
So it had to be his hand.
And
Okay.
yeah, and then the thing lowered. It has a fire symbol on it. Sorry.
Oh, okay, it had a fire symbol.
Did you not hear that part?
I thought you said it had a small little
a
hand
small
symbol
as in the fire element that you've seen on the wall.
Gotcha.
Got ya.
All right. See, that was my fault. That's
Fire
good.
elementalist had to open
Put
it.
your hand on it, and it lowers down.
Perfect.
And you guys can leave.
We
Awesome.
do that.
Yeah, so let's, is Kim there? Is she waiting for us? What's going on?
Hey, what area does this lead us to?
You go to the last room.
The last room.
Where you left Kim, one giant crocodile, and 2 other crocodiles. Now, the way I described this room had the obelisk in the center with everything in it. As you notice, the 3 crocodiles are missing.
Uh-oh.
You do remember that there was 2 of these symbols on the east and western wall. And Kim's gone.
Oh, let's light up the other symbol.
Great.
Oh, with the true dust?
No, with the just with the lantern. Let's grab the cog and light up the other fire symbol.
Okay, yeah.
Is that what you mean? There are 2 fire symbols on the wall?
Two symbols that you would notice is half of the door symbol.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Then let's put our hand. Let's try to reach and find. I will try to reach and find where that thing is without having to use more dust.
You find a place to put a hand, and it does not open.
I'll put my hand there.
Actually, no, there is no place for a hand, and you're 100% sure there is no place for a hand on both sides. You guys are both 100% sure.
No hand
No
slots.
places for a hand.
But it has that impartial door symbol, right?
But it might need to be opened a different way instead of putting our hand on it.
There
Right.
you go. Opened a different way.
All right, so the lantern doesn't work on it because I tried that first.
This is like a door. I just want to say before you guys move on, it is a door that needs to be opened from the other side.
Right, that's what I thought. That's the only way we opened that last
I don't want you
time.
wasting any more true sight dust on it. Those doors cannot open
Oh, from the other side.
from the other side. Yes.
Yeah, from the way we...
Well, I want to see, since Kim's gone, can I do an investigation check to see if there was any sort of struggle or...
There was a struggle. Which is weird. You see bear prints on the ground as well as these crocodile prints. You see some blood on the ground and can see a large crocodile leg in one of the corners of the room.
Uh-oh.
And you can see an area where something was dragged. It leads to where that symbol of door is. It leads to there.
So something came from the other side, took her and drug her through.
Correct.
What are we going to do?
Yeah,
Can't open this.
We still haven't figured out what the heck's going on with salamanders.
And there's no symbol on here that we could use true sight dust, right? You're giving us a hint to not waste it.
Don't waste it.
Okay.
Just waste it.
Maybe we should go back to the school and tell the professor. This might be
Can't.
Why not?
We can't get out, can we?
We can go out this.
Yeah, you can go out.
We can still go
This
out.
is where you
Ah.
first came in at. It's
It's
open.
two different doors because the room was revealed now after all that dust that there are 2 additional doors, but we can't open them from this side.
Oh.
I don't know what else to do. Like, should we go and get the professor? Professor Middle? I don't know what to do. That thing took my girlfriend. We gotta go get her.
Thanks for sinking your teeth into Crit Sandwich. We are Crit Sandwich Podcast on Facebook. We are at Crit Sandwich on Twitter. If you like our podcast, please give us a review on iTunes or whatever other website you find your podcast on to help other people find us. If you have any feedback or would like to contribute to our random game world chart, hit us up on social media or email to send that to us at critsandwichpodcast@gmail.com.